This is war, pick your sides, know your stance. This is war, no telling how the story ends. This is a fallout, everybody get down. Stay out of our way. This ain't a nice zone, no telling where we might go. We've high in the stairs.
You wishing death upon us, better get ready with a vest and invested enough protection. A lesson, nuclear fallout, go cry for mama. You wanted war till you on the floor trying to hide from bombing. Kamikazes fly supersonic right through the Eiffel Tower. President Donnie killed Soleimani, so now Iran's a problem. Going Nagasaki, atomics dropping on Abu Dhabi. 20 million bodies and 5 tsunamis arrive in Holland. Few survived alive, now the radiation is sure to follow. All the bombers now on the way, how you gonna save yourself? Y'all better pray, y'all gotta stay down in the basement or hallway closet, otherwise die in the flames. Out of atomic waste concentrated in metropolis. Watch as the hospital rate skyrockets to thousands of patients. Nuke radiation, becoming too dangerous. No, this ain't Tinder, but I swipe left at you with a knife in fact. Striking your back with a whole Viking next. Tell Chuck that it's time for the fire. Let me get a funnel attachment, run up and siphon the gas. Now sit around, then we go light the match. Igniting that like Iraq where ISIS was fighting that. Whole world about to end so soon. Kim Jong-un get it pissed at you. Send a big fucking nuke to America to hit your roof in an instant. Blue like flipping a fuse, incinerating kids in school. Principal said it was miserable. Missiles dropping in Israel, Germany, London and Istanbul. Now Godzilla but the ominous monsters still upon us. Leonard was hit with a common economy crashing, poverty wobbly, plate tectonic shifting a lot. How could it not be? The apocalypse probably gotta be causing a lot of the death that we see when we turn on our screens every night and we're watching the news up on our TV. Forcibly torture these enemies, given deformities. Water boredom till they orally tell us the story. Sick and stick them up in quarantine. There's not a hint of remorse in me. Cold in my core feels like only in war do I ever find normalcy. Like on the beaches in Normandy. Live by the sword, I'ma die when I'm 43. Together with Tech and I, we met up at electrified. I reckon every time that we etch your rhyme, I reckon they recognize, never gonna rise. I'm a level, I'm 5 times better with a bonus rim. And I'm about to end, I got him in the center of the scope. Let a round out broken through, open a wound. There ain't no hope for you. Yeah, think about to kill a motherfucker with a gun. You better get it running like it was sprinting. But I hit him in the ligament. I ain't got all the ricochet. They get him intimidated. Witnessed him given in depression when they interview him. Better want him in and put him run up. Shoot him, pull up in the hip. Pull up at the strip. Hit him with a let him put a body in the ditch. Other words gone in tech, just murder this shit.
I can smell the smoke from hell is right in the middle of us. Everybody wanna fight and they giving no fucks when they do it on sight. With a gun or with a knife and even a bit of light when you're living in dusk in the mind. When I gotta be stuck, the crime when you wanna go bust in the nine. Never having no trust in your kind and you're really unjust. How did they storm the Capitol? It's a war in the back of your form. The horns attack them all torn. The radicals never happen to mourn the scorn. They're born with a lack of dough. Just like them. When I think about it all, it's quite dim. Everything is really raw like a fright film. If you're ready for the brawl, come and track grim. At a level with the people wanna load up with, they gotta get it poppin'. If you think about a hoodie, but he never coming knocking, they don't never wanna take it to the B or the C zone. We home, nigga, we get the heat on. All the energy is separation, togetherness never was the motivation. Evil is really been sweeping the nation because there was never no communication. In the world, the believers of Jesus wanna make you bleed. It's egregious. Should've had their fetus deleted, but the parents' key is completed. So now we stuck with the crazy, pushing a lot of negative up in the babies. What the fuck they doing snuffing the ladies, killing globally is bucket.
What's going on YouTube? Screams here with another Division 2 video. Today we're going to be talking about another skill build that you can test out. Obviously my last video was an armor regen skill build. This one here is going to be another one that was dropped from an agent that left a comment. It's going to be Dirtbuds. I appreciate you commenting here about this build that we're going to be talking about today. So we'll go right into the build. So as you can see here, this is going to be kind of more of your, we'll call it the army of one build. So we'll start with the specialization first. So obviously you can see it's going to be technician. The reason why we roll technician is going to be that 10% additional skill damage, but also it gives us that additional skill tier to have. Weapons here you could run, it's going to be the test subject or the harmony if you don't have. And the reason why we want to run it is because of perfectly in sync. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. So with this build, it's kind of a run and gun build with your skills as well too. So you're constantly going to have essentially 40% skill damage and weapon damage going at all times when you're engaging your targets and all that, just off this gun alone, which is pretty phenomenal to have. If you're running Pistolero for your directives and all that, you can run the card custom 45 or just any pistol and just roll in sync on it for now, just to get those, procs going and stuff like that. Obviously it's not going to be as good as the perfectly in sync, but it's definitely something to kind of just get those skills going to start damaging your targets, and then you can pick up your ammo from there and then just start causing mayhem. So as you can see, for the mask we're going to run is 3-piece Empress International. So first tier is going to give you skill health, second tier is going to be skill damage, and then obviously the third tier is going to be skill efficiency. So attributes, guys, we're going to be rolling is going to be skill damage, either crit hit chance or damage of your choosing. So kind of just play around with the reds to see what you want to work with and all that there. Dear Buds recommended getting that 60% crit hit chance. On this one, if I remember correctly, when we get to the end, I'm pretty sure I'm at 50, and it still hits like a truck, which is phenomenal. I don't have a lot of mods for reds because I always constantly heal guys, so this was kind of just a quick build to kind of throw together to show, since it was recommended by someone on the channel, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to go with the Memento real quick here. So obviously Memento gives you weapon damage, armor, and it gives you a skill tier. Roll whatever attribute for the core mod that you want to do there. But the reason why we're going to run it, right, is kill confirmed. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long-term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. So obviously we're rocking 6 skill tiers here. So the biggest thing here is going to be the skill efficiency. So for those first 10 seconds, immediately we're going to have 30% skill efficiency, which literally just buffs out everything regarding skills. And obviously we get a little sprinkle of the weapon damage for this build as well too, which is nice. But then that long term, for every trophy collected, gain an additional 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds, and it stacks 30 times. So right off rip, you're going to have that 30% skill efficiency for 10 seconds, but then after you've collected all the trophies throughout your engagements, right, you're going to have this long-term buff that will literally keep the 30% skill efficiency up for that entire time. And every time you pick up a trophy, it resets the timer for you. So it's not just going to go all the way to 300 seconds and then it just depletes and you have to redo it. No, once you pick up another trophy, you're good to go and it resets the timer for it. So you will have this on the entire time, which is nice. So we'll go with the other piece of Empress. As you can see, it's going to be skill damage, crit hit chance. I put knee pad, same thing, skill damage, crit hit damage I did on that one. We run a Grupo piece here. As you can see, it gives you that 15% crit hit damage. And then you have weapon damage that you could run there, since obviously you have your technician skill. It gives you that 6 skill tier. Skill damage, crit hit chance there. You could rock a one-piece wyvern. Definitely glass. It is good, and it's just constant damage all the time. You just have to be comfortable running glass, right? Just because, especially on heroic content, like 1 or 2 bullets and you're dead. If you're not comfortable running glass, you can run kinetic momentum as well too. Still a really great one to kind of have there if that's more of your comfort for choosing. So totally do that there. As you can see, guys, like this build it hits like a truck from the video that you saw and all that. As we look at the assault turret real quick here, looks like damage we're going to be sitting at, just base damage is going to be 124,439, and that's not including any of the buffs that we talked about at the beginning of this build. So definitely going to be going crazy with it there. As you can see with the assault drone, looks like 76,954. Once everything's procced, I mean, guys, you're shooting easily over 250,000. And once both things are just kind of hitting the same target, I mean, name targets, bosses, whatever you want to, send these skills to, it literally would just delete the target, which is really awesome to have there. So yeah, try to go with your mods for obviously some type of damage. Duration you can do. If you're running all directives like I normally do, just be aware. I actually I misspoke on the last video when I said skill haste is not a thing. It actually is, just because the tokens, it's the number of tokens that you have to pick up to reset your skills if you're doing scavenge skills. So if you have more skill haste, the less tokens you have to pick up to reset your stuff. But for this one here, it's kind of essentially a run and gun skill build type thing. Again, really fun one to kind of test out, guys, if you have already the gear to do it or whatnot, or if you're just bored, this is a really good one to kind of do there, guys. So until the next time, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.